Hello and welcome to the latest inbox review. This time we're going to be inbox reviewing the Eduard Mig-15bis ProfiPACK edition, 1/72 scale. Fantastic box art. This is kit number 7059, and it looks like we've got 5 options there of different air forces, so that's quite good. We've got Egypt here, North Korea, and obviously Soviet Union, and I think this one's a Polish one as well. So we've got quite a nice, or Czech, I'm not sure, I'm not an expert on all these symbols, but we certainly got a lovely variety there. So that's good, good choices. Okay, let's crack straight on. We get 2 bags, sprues. Nice looking decal sheet, which we'll go over in a moment, and instructions. And obviously, as usual in the ProfiPACK, we've got the photo etch and the masks. It's got a small booklet, obviously 1/72, so it's not going to be as big, and the box isn't as big. You've got a bit of information on the aircraft on the front. Some of these parts aren't going to be used, they're marked in blue. You've got colour callouts here for the usual sort of Mr. Colour paints, and it looks like they've now added mission models, which I don't remember seeing before on these kits. Straight into cockpit, fairly standard affair really. This is going to be a pretty simple build. There's not a massive amount of parts. We've got the instrument panel here, which is nice. You've got the you can just paint if you want to the one with raised detail, or there's a sort of flat one for the design for the photo etch. There's also a decal option, I think, as well. Yeah, in fact, there is a decal option 28. So you know, really pretty quickly you're putting in you put the fuselage halves together. It mentions don't forget to add nose weight, although it gives you no indication of how much weight you should put in there. I would suggest you try and ram as much in the front as you can possibly get. Nothing worse than tail sitting. Then we've got the wings going together. Obviously there are some differences for the different versions, and there's some holes to be drilled here. And then pretty much after that we're putting the wings, the horizontal stabilizers on, the nose, the guns, some clear parts here at the bottom, wheels, landing gear, etc. Yeah, then we've got the sort of the undercarriage parts going on, canopy. We've got the option to leave it open, which is nice, 2-piece canopy. And then, oh no, we've still got a bit more here. We've got masks, which is nice for all the clear parts, even the little clear parts at the back here. Fuel tanks, 2 different types of fuel tanks. Doesn't indicate for which versions here by the looks of things, so you'll have to perhaps do a bit of research on that one just to make sure you get the right type. And then we go into the nice colour schemes. North Korea, German Democratic Republic, I think there's actually, we'll have a look in a minute, but I think there's actually some templates for this sort of arrow here. Hungary, Egypt, which is a bit different, nice. The bat on the front looks pretty cool, green nose, all silver obviously, so it's going to be good. And then we've got a Russian Soviet Union version here. Stenciling, considering it's a small aircraft, there's a fair amount there, but yeah, more than you'd expect perhaps for this scale, but there's quite a lot there, so obviously gone to a lot of detail. Interestingly, these are stencil markings with the different versions, so it's worth just checking that out. In fact, what's nice would be, I'm not quite sure what you'd put on the bottom and the top for B. Oh no, B there, and markings E only. And markings E only. Okay, that's the instructions. I think before we do the plastic, as we've got these out, we might as well just go through what we've got here. We've got a nice little bit of photo etch See if I can bring you in so you can see that nicely there. There's not a lot. Belts, instrument dial, and obviously side consoles and a few bits and pieces. Shouldn't take too long to put that together. Put that in there. Masks. Quick look as it's a resealable bag. You probably won't see much to be honest, but I just want to see if I can tell if I can get it out of the bag. Yeah, see, it looks like you have got a lightning. Again, you're probably not going to be able to pick that up, I don't think. But it's there. Put back in there. And then we've got the plastic. So I think we'll start here with the main fuselage bag. Typical Eduard style, you've got the resealable bags, which is always nice. And the clear parts are separate, so that's good. Okay, so fairly typical plastic, Eduard plastic. You've really got the fuel tanks here, the engine tube here, and the main fuselage parts. Very nicely fine recessed detail. Not a lot of. Let's come in a bit closer for you. See if that'll help it focus. Put my hand there. Nice fine detail. Not an excessive amount of rivets, but fairly subtle. Doesn't seem to be any horrible sink marks or anything like that. You know, it's usually pretty good. We'll actually leave the clear parts to the end. We'll open the other bag. There's another 2 screws actually contained in here. The other way, it tends to be a bit shiny. Again, you've got some fantastic detail, nice subtle panel lines, all recessed, some riveting, reasonable amount, a bit of riveting on the wings here. Again, doesn't seem to be overdone. Not really an expert on the aircraft itself, but it all looks pretty good there. Again, we don't seem to have any flashy bits that I can see, although that bit there is a bit odd. I suppose that is flash, but actually on the parts themselves, doesn't seem to be anything there. Got a nice bit of detail there in the wheel well. So it does seem to not a lot to focus on this plastic. Pretty good there. And then all the sort of smaller parts, cockpit sidewalls, quite nicely detailed. Various bits and pieces, some bombs which I think aren't used on this version. 2 different nose fronts here, as you can see. The 2 instrument panels, so if you'd rather paint or use a decal you can, or photo etch. Nice tread pattern on the wheels by the looks of things, all nicely moulded, nicely detailed for a 1/72 kit. And then last of all, the fairly important clear parts, although we already have a piece that's come adrift. In fact, there's 2 pieces, probably the main 2 pieces you're actually going to use. It's possible that actually, yeah, looking at that, they were never part of it, so they're not, or maybe they were, I don't know. Could be. Either way, luckily they don't seem to have got damaged. They're quite thin. Don't know how well. Something we can help if we get the decals out. This might be useful. You can just see how good the clear parts actually are. So, I don't know whether you can tell. It looks pretty clear. Doesn't seem to distort too much. So that's quite nice. Then we've got the front windscreen, and then various other covers, lenses and things, and the gun sight, etc. So that's all quite nice. So as we know, got the decals open. They're not cartographed by those things. They are Eduard's own, but they look pretty good. They're shiny. Doesn't seem to be a lot of carrier film. If you didn't want to use the photo etch, you've actually got quite a nice decal with the instrument panel there. It's pretty good. And then we've got a separate stencil sheet here. Those tiny little stencils. Again, it all looks pretty good, really. I don't think you're going to have much problem. Eduard's own decals are usually pretty good, to be honest. Okay, that's pretty much it for that kit. It looks pretty nice. I'm probably going to do it as a fairly quick build. Time permitting, I will try and get some video done of that. But thanks for watching.